How do you like that? Hey gang, welcome back to another episode of I'm Not Mad, Just Disappointed. I'm your third grade teacher and you're getting a detention for hole punching the American flag during the Pledge of Allegiance. Today, we are going to be doing something a little bit different from the vlog. I've just been wanting to try a variety of different things and just have fun and do whatever I want. So here I am doing whatever I want. And today, that means sitting on my couch, and we are watching a video done by ABC about a restaurant called the Heart Attack Grill, which is located in the only place where $150 can buy you either 3 strawberry daiquiris or the luxury casino-style wedding of your dreams. Of course, I am talking about Vegas, baby. So it's a Vegas restaurant whose claim to fame is their obscenely high-calorie, high-fat meals and their on-the-nose name, Heart Attack Grill. So without any further ado, let's get right into it.
And it looks like this. This monument to greasy gluttony is called the Heart Attack Grill.
So in order for us to appropriately judge this place, we need to first take a look at the menu, right? Gotta see, what do they have to offer? What can I get for a bite? Is this worth checking out? You know, what kind of food do they have? I mean, what else, what more is there besides the food? So it's classic American style food. The burgers range from single bypass all the way to an octuple bypass. We have the flatliner fries and the coronary dog. And I just have to say, any restaurant that makes me say kooky, silly little names, it just pisses me off. Like, I truly hate it. I have a personal vendetta against cutesy little names for foods. Like, maybe I'm not fun, I don't know, but if I have to ask for the
double-decker sloppy Sam's Delight
or the Pizookie or whatever it may be, then I'm going to be forced to burn the place to the ground. Like, you can't make me suffer that humiliation, the utter embarrassment that I feel of saying those words and get away with it without some sort of consequence. So I hope you have good insurance. But aside from the quirky names for the food just genuinely, it looks awful. I mean, look at this.
With 8 patties, almost 20,000 calories. Their flatliner fries, cooked in lard, it hasn't slowed a bit.
They just have, like, it's just brown on brown. Like, we've got a greasy, sloppy burger with diarrhea, chili spilling down the sides. And I'm sorry to say that, but that is just what it looks like. It is just gross. As far as their desserts, we have...
Thirsty? Try the all butterfat shake.
Come on, this is just unnecessary. Like, putting an entire stick of butter in a shake is like buying 50 copies of Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed on DVD. Like, 1 copy, okay, that's a delight. 2 copies, that's a bit excessive. 50 copies, that is just, it's just gluttony. It's masturbation. I mean, sure, Velma looks incredible in that one scene where her top becomes low cut for no reason. And sure, Shaggy's love interest being named Mary Jane is peak 2002 comedy. But at a certain point, you have to stop and say, that is entirely enough live action Scooby-Doo. And that is what they have failed to do at the Heart Attack Grill. To say when enough is enough. I just don't respect a restaurant who's not in it for making good food. They're just in it for, like, an Instagram-worthy gimmick of just a headline, the publicity. Which moves me on to my next point. The owner is a cartoon villain.
You guys, we are actually rolling now! Actually rolling!
I don't really have much to say about this guy that he doesn't say for himself. He likes to be called Dr. John, even though he's obviously not a doctor. He's got a huge painting of himself as Jesus Christ at the Last Supper with all the other fast food mascots. And he makes all of his staff wear sexy nurse costumes. I mean, he really radiates the energy of, like, local guy who owns a Hooters and thinks that all his staff are hitting on him, but really they're just like nice to him because it's their job. But anyway, here he is talking about his philosophy behind the restaurant.
One among us has to tell the truth, and that's what we're doing here.
Really had heart attacks in the room that we're sitting in.
And we've had 3 heart attacks.
And how many people have died?
1.
Can you believe this? Can you believe this man? Like, he don't,
When there are lights and sirens outside and they're bringing some person out on a gurney, you're basically in the back room counting money at that point.
Absolutely. Was that heart attack good for business? Did that heart attack pad my wallet with money? Absolutely. Did I enjoy that? Absolutely.
John Basso, more like a bald asshole, because this guy sucks.
Now, the one that I couldn't save was a very dear friend of mine. And I want to tell you something. They'll say it's grotesque. They'll say, how can you keep the man's cremation here? Keep the man's cremation here.
Ugh, this man is so blasé about the death of his spokesman, which is essentially his employee. Like, it's just, it makes me sick. It makes my skin crawl. I feel uncomfortable. Like, there's a little cockroach crawling around on my skin when I see him talk. I don't know why, he just gives me the feeling like he's a little snake. So basically he just sees himself as like a nega hero who's showing people the hard truths that they don't want to see. Even all the comments on the video are praising him for his honesty, which I find funny because if he really cared about promoting good health, he would just close, right? Being honest about selling shit doesn't mean you're not selling shit. Like, imagine if Shein is claiming they're only using the sweatshops as a social commentary. Like, wouldn't it be more effective to just stop using them? But all the comments on this video just go to show that it's like, if you say anything with enough confidence, then people will believe you. And finally, you know, my final issue with this place is the atmosphere just seems really inappropriate. When you arrive at the restaurant, you have to put on a hospital gown. So we're invoking the image of delicious hospital food, you know, Salisbury steak, sugar-free Jell-O. So I've already got my expectations set for a really delicious meal now that I'm in this gown. I guess it's just like, you're gonna pig out, you're gonna get nasty in this thing. I mean, I know it's the whole heart attack theme, but putting on the gown really gets you in the mood for just getting disgusting. And then, you know, you sit down, you have to say these silly little kooky little names, the octuple bypass, triple bypass, coronary dog, and then at the end of your meal, if you don't finish, which how could you, pretty much, then they spank the absolute shit out of you. I am not exaggerating here, watch.
Finish your meal, you get spanked by a nurse. She's not exactly a real RN, but her spankings are real hard.
It's so bad, it's so bad, oh my god. Like, I'm sorry if you smack the shit out of me like that at the end of the meal that I'm paying for. I cannot be responsible for my actions that follow. Like, I'd probably be like,
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can spank me. Oh my god.
and they turn around and spank you with the force of Francis Ngannou hammer fisting some absolute poor soul. And I would probably just have to whip around and hit him with the
one more spanking? Ha! Your feeble skills are no match for the power of the dark side.
like, I wouldn't be in control at that point. Like, that's not my fault, that's your fault. You shouldn't have hit me like that, sorry. And then, of course, they've got Dr. John's creepy ass walking around the restaurant, giving you this look, and touching you with his stethoscope. Ew. Hostile work environment. Sickening atmosphere. And finally, this one, it's like, I don't know if I can comment on whether this is bad, but I feel like at the very least, it's a little bit exploitative. So Dr. John hired a little person to drive around in this tiny car and pass out beers. And it wouldn't be a problem if like anyone else could get in the car, but obviously it's built for her to drive around in, which just seems like it just gives me an icky feeling. I don't like it. I don't feel good when I see that. It makes me feel weird. But you know, obviously she chose to work there, so I can't comment on whether or not it's that bad. But I do feel like he's making a spectacle out of her. And then additionally, I was looking at Dr. John's Twitter and I found this video from a few years ago that he did make. So with those two pieces of evidence, I feel like I can conclude that he's trying to exploit her. But you know, she's a willing participant, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say about this place. It's very Vegas, you know, it's over the top. It's a whole experience, so I gotta give it that. Like, would I go if someone asked me to go? Probably. Honestly, it seems like it might be kind of fun. Although I really, honestly could not tolerate being spanked. I really couldn't. That is not a joke. But yeah, I think Dr. John is a complete creep. I do not like him at all. I don't like the way he talks to his customers. I don't like the things he says or the way he looks. And I'm sorry about that. So I hope you liked this video, just a different style for me. I had fun with it. Leave a like and a comment and tell me what you thought, or if there's any other videos like this you think it would be fun for me to react to, and hit me with a subscribe. I really appreciate it. If you're fat, you should just die. That's what he would whisper to you if he was a bug.